Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, is it worth it to buy a Guilds of Ravnica guild kit? Guild kit decks are 100% reprints from throughout Ravnica's history, meaning that the cards have been drawn from the original Ravnica block, the Return to Ravnica block, as well as some cards from Guilds of Ravnica to attempt once again to make a product for many audiences. This video will examine whether this product has real use and value for new players, and what about experienced players or players looking for needed reprints? Are these reprints jank, or do they contain any true financial value due to playability in formats like Modern and Commander? What about other perks and bling for collectors or casuals who just want fun gameplay? This video will try and answer all of these questions. So have these guild kits fallen into the all too common trap of making a product with too many audiences in mind and thus ultimately decks for nobody, or has Wizards of the Coast finally succeeded in pre-constructed products that the vast majority of players are going to love to pick up and purchase? Let's take a look. Each guild kit contains the following: a 60-card deck appropriate for that guild, complete with an alternate art premium foil face card, a fun and flavorful little instruction for new guild members. The Dimir one, for example, needs to be decoded so that you can read your instructions, an enamel guild pin, a guild symbol decorated cardboard deck box, one spin-down die with a guild symbol on it, and hey, a guild symbol sticker. Now, not too long before guild kit deck lists were released, I did a video about the most needed and most expensive reprints from Ravnica in history, specifically cards that have never been reprinted and desperately need it. It might shock you to know that of the cards listed in my video, several were actually included in these deck lists, which is astonishing given how singularly expensive many of these cards are. Privileged Position, a $25 card, is included in the Selesnya deck. That one card literally pays for the kit itself. And while prices of Privileged Position will likely plummet with this printing, that is itself the point of reprinting these cards. People can now access them. I literally always wanted a copy of Privileged Position, but I was not going to justify spending an outrageous amount on just one card. Now, I've got it in my Tristani EDH deck. Oh wait, that Selesnya kit comes with a foil alternate art Tristani in the new legendary border as Commander, so I guess I'm swapping that card out as well. Tristani is a $5 card in its regular non-foil version, and this alternate art is sure to be a chase item for Commander players. As too is the incredibly popular Tolsmir Wolfbane, a popular commander in its own right, and in the guild kit for the very first time ever, a Voha Wolf token is included. Not to mention cards like Hour of Reckoning, a $3 card, is also included in the Selesnya kit, as are tons of highly played cards in non-standard formats. Growing Ranks, Glare of Subdual, Selesnya Signets, we got a pair of them actually. Armada Worm, it's just got a mythic in it. This pre-constructed deck just has a mythic in it, wow. Not to mention cards like Luxodon Hierarch, and many more. In fact, if you were to purchase all of these cards individually, not counting any bonuses from the foil alternate arts or the guild lands, which I'll talk about in a moment, but just the plain non-foil versions would end up costing approximately $45. Not bad for a $19.99 product. Similarly, the Izzet deck has cards mentioned in my video of most needed Ravnica reprints, namely Shattering Spree, a Modern and Legacy and Commander staple, and a nearly $15 uncommon that has never once been reprinted previously. And yep, it's just included in the Izzet deck. As is Stitch in Time, also mentioned as a card that had never once been reprinted that needed it, as this Commander Classic is up to $7.50 each. These two cards alone more than pay for the Izzet deck. Now, the Izzet deck's foil alternate art commander may not be of an individually expensive general, but it is of an extremely popular one, Niv Mizzet, with, I might add, the correct and coveted flavor text. Along with Niv, we are treated to well-played cards such as Izzet Signets, Goblin Electromancer, Tibor and Lumia, Electrickery, Electrolyze, and Cerebral Vortex. The total cost to buy the Izzet deck individually would be approximately $31.16. The Dimir Guild kit is chopped full of favorite commanders from Lazov to Cercio, Murkovosk to Sazdek, and I don't want to hear about how I'm mispronouncing their names. I'm an English major, not a Ravnican Dimir language major. Go ask Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, how he pronounces them, and then get back to me. Shockingly, the new Snapcaster Mage mission briefing is also included with the once outrageously expensive Glimpse the Unthinkable. Modern Mill might just be worth playing around with now, and the total contents for the Dimir kit would cost you $31.40. The Golgari deck got somewhat cut short by the fact Deathrite Shaman got banned now in both Modern and Legacy. An unfortunate end for this most powerful Planeswalker. And ironically, the deck also includes the previously played everywhere Abrupt Decay, the removal slightly made irrelevant by Assassin's Trophy. Still, a pair of the expensive Pauper playables Dark Blast help keep this kit at a respectable $32.09. While the Boros kit has modern staples such as Lightning Helix, Boros Charm, Legion Loyalist, and Frenzied Goblin, as well as Boros Reckoner and many others. Not to mention the host of popular commanders, putting the kit at $35 of single value. But there's more value to be found in these kits. After all, remember Tolarian Community College's motto, "It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that bling." We take that seriously here. Bling. Basic lands. Usually, the basic lands included in a pre-constructed deck such as this are dull fillers worth mere pennies, if that. But these guild kits have leaned full-on into Ravnica flavor with these stunning, absolutely stunning, basic guild lands. Emblazoned with a guild symbol, unique artwork, and a unique border, these lands are a must-have for any Ravnica-themed deck. Even better, unless someday in the future these are made available elsewhere, guild kits are the only source for these lands, meaning that as a collector's item, the lands might one day rise in enough value to pay for the kit itself. Already, it's nothing to sneeze at as they're currently going for approximately 40 cents each, and I feel very, very confident that that price can and will rise. But with each kit having 16 lands at 40 cents each, that's an added $6.40 in value to the numbers I showed you previously. So the real prices and value of these guild kits are Selesnya at $52.29, Boros at $41.40, Izzet at $36.56, Golgari at $38.49, and Dimir at $37.89. I strongly believe that these lands will continue to go up in value unless, of course, there's a major reprinting of them elsewhere. And I think we might see them hit the $1 range in the not too distant future. And yet, that's not all, because the guild kit bling means more than one thing. Bling bling foil face cards. The foil face cards are a fantastic collector's item as well. Commander players love to have special and rare versions of cards, especially as their commander itself. And here we have a foil alternate art of Atradi, Niv Mizzet, Izoni, Oriella the War Leader, and Tristani. Now the foils are not currently selling for dramatically more than their non-foil counterparts. They're in the $5 range. Some of them may go up if they're coveted by players, but I am dubious about cards such as Atradi and Izoni, as they are not really popular commanders. In fact, one of my complaints about this product is that all 5 Ravnica face cards are not from previous blocks. I really wish Izoni and Atradi had been, say, Jared and Lazov, both of whom are included in the guild kits anyway, but getting foil alternate artworks of them would have been preferable to the 2 reprinted commanders from Guilds of Ravnica. Nonetheless, those foils are a nice perk, but there's even more bling for your buck here, and I haven't even gotten to talking about gameplay or building a battle box yet. Bling, 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 pins. Included in each guild kit is a guild pin, made of enamel and sporting the appropriate guild symbol. These pins are another bit of bling that you'll either want to wear and show off, or possibly just sell for a couple extra bucks. Bright colors and strong enamel with actual inlay and texture make these far superior to the cheap button pins that were included in pre-release kits for the Return to Ravnica block, and even the pins being sold in the MTG Pro shop. Now, these pins are currently selling for $5 each and already rising, adding more value to these guild deck kits. But like with both the PAX pins and even the pre-release pins, they are likely going to go up and up in value with time. So when you are factoring selling in the pins to the price of all the cards in the deck, all of the basic guild lands, selling the singles, the foils, everything in this kit, we have a new and even higher value for each set, and it's over double MSRP for all of them. So as I've said before, I'm never too impressed with these little deck boxes that products like this get, although I'm glad they finally hold sleeved cards, and I gotta admit, when you're sleeved up with guild symbol sleeves, not included, it's pretty neat. I've got little to complain about here. I think it is safe to say that these guild kits are worth their financial value. But there's more to this product than just financial value. There's more to them than just staples for Modern, Commander, and even Pauper. There's more to them than collector's pieces, bling, and fun accessories like pins. Because you can also, wait for it, play Magic the Gathering with these decks. Gameplay. While another complaint that some have had is that these decks are not standard legal, I celebrate the gameplay that they contain, especially since they were largely designed with balance in mind. They remind me in many ways of some of the better dual deck gameplay. And in terms of balance, Selesnya can play against Dimir, Dimir against Izzet, Izzet against Boros, and so on. The Izzet deck, which does include many of the key pieces from Izzet vs. Golgari, relies both on instants and sorceries for damage and draw effects, as well as creatures such as wee Dragonauts that get powered up when instants and sorceries are cast. Golgari, again with many of the key pieces from Izzet vs. Golgari, including Jared Leech Lord, benefits from graveyard effects such as Scavenge and even has a minimal amount of Dredge, via cards like Stinkweed Imp. Boros is, predictably, aggro-oriented with big flying beaters in the form of angels and very powerful spells such as Lightning Helix. I found Boros to be a potential candidate for one of the more overpowering decks. While Dimir, on the other hand, is the deck I found to be the weakest of the five, as it relies on a very straightforward mill strategy. It's fair to say the deck is almost pure mill. Selesnya was possibly my favorite, and my nickname for the deck was just Tristanian Tokens. It can rapidly populate the board with some major creatures and go toe-to-toe with even the Boros deck, not to mention the added effects of the life gain it has. The most awesome thing here is that you can sleeve up all 5 decks and have an instant Ravnica battle box. Keep this around for when your friends come by and roll a die. Grab the deck which corresponds to the random number rolled and get some games with your friend. Or sit around with 3 to 5 people and have a Commander-style melee. And just wait until the next batch gets released of the remaining 5 guilds. A battle box repping each guild with 20 combinations of matchups? Either way, we're talking a lot of value and a lot of fun for $19.99 each, or $100 of value for all 5. Final conclusion: financially speaking, Ravnica Guild kits are an excellent value, containing far more than their MSRP in needed reprints, as well as added value in guild lands and guild pins. In terms of usefulness, the decks have many cards which see play in formats such as Modern, Commander, and even Legacy and Pauper. Collectors have many different things to be interested in as well, from the special guild lands to alternate art foils of legendary creatures to even the pin. The decks are also great fun to play against each other, and Magic players new and old can enjoy picking up a pair for dual deck style gameplay, or even grabbing all 5 for an excellent instant battle box. This is a solid, very enthusiastic A from me. I can't believe these are only $19.99 each. Why were Challenger decks so much more expensive than this? It makes no sense, but whoever priced these did so perfectly, as did the designers. Kudos. Fantastic item that has appeal to everyone, save perhaps standard players. I hope very much this video has been of some help to you. The holidays are just around the corner, so why not pick up a Tolarian Community College playmat? We have the original TCC logo mats, and of course, reading the card explains the card, as well as Tolarian Community College lapel pins, coffee mugs, dice bags, and more at the Tolarian Student Store, www.tolariancommunitycollege.com/store. And this video is brought to you by my and many other people's local game store, Card Kingdom, a brick-and-mortar pillar of this community, as well as the Patreon support of viewers such as you. These are the people that keep Tolarian Community College going and growing strong. So thank you.